Hey everyone, this is Skye, and welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to do an update. I know my last update was pretty much a product review, but I just wanted to catch up on some things. Hopefully, there's enough people still watching my channel to make it worth my while, I guess. But anyways, the first thing is I've gained a lot of weight in the last 2 years. I mean, quite a bit of weight. I'm probably like still 25 pounds overweight. Normally I'm 149 pounds, and I think before that I was 140 pounds. But 149 pounds is where I typically am. But right now I'm a little over 170 something pounds, so I need to lose quite a bit to get back where I was. Um, just a lot of things have happened. If you've watched my channel long enough, I've been into fitness and things like that. And I've had a lot of transformations. However, life gets busy, things happen, you lose your motivation, uh, convenience, food, stuff like that. I mean, and then I got a teenager now too, so a lot has happened, and as a real result of that, I've lost or I've gained weight. I've just recently gotten super motivated, and I'm on the path right now. As a matter of fact, the past month I've been working on it, um, and I'll be working extremely hard on it for the next 2 months. So hopefully I'll have a video update by then, and then you guys can see the results of that. But I've got quite a bit of pudge down here. You can't see it, however, it's there, and of course it's in my face too. But with that being said, I was eating a regular meat-filled diet with all the trappings, no holding back, lots of sweets. But I've cut all that stuff completely out of my diet. As a matter of fact, the last time I lost a substantial amount of weight, I actually went totally vegan, and that's where I am now. Something that works for me. The one thing that I've noticed when I gain weight like this, my acid reflux gets really bad, and I really have a bad time. So that was the primary reason why I made the change. And the secondary reason is once I got started, I started wanting to get motivated to be able to fit back in my clothes again, because all my original clothes I can't wear because I've gained that much weight. So that being said, I'm back on the journey, and this time I think I'm going to stay that way. It just isn't worth it trying to bounce back and forth all the time. And then why not live the healthy lifestyle? You can prolong your life, or at least have a better quality of life. At even if you die at the same age, at least you're not falling apart in the meantime or suffering. So that's my intention, is to get back on track with all that, lose the weight, and try to look good again, and yeah, I'll go from there. A lot has changed in this past year. I left my previous job and then tried to go out on my own and make some money doing my own business. The line of business that I got into, I just recently found that it's just not worth the money. I'm losing more money than I'm actually making, so it was time for me to make a change. So now I'm employed again, back in the security field, which is something I'll probably end my working career before I retire. By the time I retire, and it's something that I can pursue as a business later on if I choose to do so, and just get more experience and just get everything set up. But beyond that, that's where I'm at now. Back again to, I have a teenager, so since we've gotten him in our house as a foster child, we've adopted him, and he's getting older, and he's going through his teenage years, and And boy, am I going through it too. I'm not going to say that much more about it, but anybody that's had kids or have teenagers, you know what I mean. Um, Probably much more so than as a adopting a foster child. There's a lot more involved in how things are, considering we didn't raise him. So there's a lot of issues from before that we're dealing with, and it's just a matter of working through this. But it's I wouldn't change it. It's something that I wanted to do, especially before I die. I wanted to be a parent. Of course, by the time to have my own has far gone. Um, Partly because of my transitioning. Once you get on hormones for a certain amount of time, you really become sterile. I didn't save anything before I started this, and I'm not going off the hormones just so I can try to save something and try it again or whatever, because I'm way too old to have little kids. And this is the reason why I went with fostering, because I can find, or I have the option to get a child that was the age that I needed, because I don't want to be doing this for until I retire, beyond my retirement, dealing with young kids. I'm too old for that, and I'm too grouchy for that. Well, yeah, I am too grouchy for that. Thanks to my, excuse me, thanks to my mishap with my hormone dosages, I didn't adjust after I got a new prescription. After getting this new prescription, I did have some issues like night sweats and being grouchy all the time. But now it's fixed. I don't have to worry about it. I readjusted my dosages and I feel great. So yeah, basically I'm dealing with that. And then as far as on the just whole transition side, really nothing's changed there. I've been at this for since October 2015. So yeah, 10 years. Wow, time has gone by. I've been, I've been transitioned since 2000, literally just like at the turn of the century. I literally just snapped my fingers and I decided to just live in the gender that I chose to do. Back then it was called a real life test, where you would practice doing that for a year to see if you liked it, and then they would decide whether or not you could proceed. But that was back then. Things were different. But I started at January 1st, 2000, and I became Sonia since then. But I went through a long period of not having my hormones because of the scarcity of doctors, and me just can't afford them. So I went without them. I went on herbals. If you've watched my previous videos, that pretty much explains all that. I don't want to bore you with the whole thing again. Anyways, 2015, I went in October. I went back on HRT, and then from there, it's been great. I'm where I'm supposed to be, and I'm happy with that. I've gone through periods of times where, and I still do at times, like right now I'm kind of conflicted, but not so much as the whole gender identity thing. But in the previously in the last few years, I had this identity crisis, I guess, and I don't know what it was. I know I couldn't stop being transitioned, but I also had feelings of the best way I can describe it as masculinity, and not feeling ashamed of it. I know there's people out there that get really ashamed if they've had those thoughts because they're trying to transition or something. I don't know, but I've been at this long enough to where I can sit there and rationalize. In reality, different things. I spent a long time rationalizing But I know now that, transitioning is the right thing and staying that way and not changing that. The only thing I have to decide on whether or not I want to get back into the working out that I used to do. But I would gain size and a lot of muscularity. I mean, as far as like my appearance would be, I don't know. I had really big arms, especially my triceps. And, when I gain weight, people really misgender me about 50% of the time. But, you know, I'm not sure if I want to get back into that again. I mean, this time around, when I lose weight, I can lose size at the same time, all at one time, and not worry about it. It'll just be part of my journey. However, if I choose to like really push the exercising, to the level that I have in the past, I'm just going to have that problem again. I'm just deciding, whether or not I just want to get the skinny part and still maintain my health. Of course, work out to a certain degree, but not to the fact that I was a fanatic last time. Um, yeah, I just don't want to be a fanatic at it, and it's just. And I see the writing on the wall, and I know what I need to do. It's just getting over that mental thing of, I'm so used to like getting muscles. I mean, like right now, I got some muscle. I don't mind keeping what I have now and losing a little bit of it, but still maintaining the shape a little bit, the where I look fit. And I think that's the balance. So I'm going to give that a try. I'm not going to like super work out hard, but I am going to work out. Oh, I need to go to the store and get me some more workout bands. I forgot about that. After the video, this is where I'm going. I'm going to the sporting goods store, and getting some workout bands. But I mean, that is the level of what I want to do. I want to do moderate weights, just do a lot of them. That way I can, maintain the structure. Um, so yeah, I mean, going back into the whole transitioning thing, I mean, I'm good with where I'm at. I just need to decide how muscular I want to be. um, but I want to look good in my clothes. So I mean, being muscle bound in feminine clothes, I guess, is a turn on for some people, especially the guys. But then again, for the most part of society, a very petite woman is usually, no, I wouldn't say petite, a very girly kind of girl is what everybody's, wanting to see, or the expectation. So I guess if I can find something in the middle of that, I should be okay. Um, let me know what your thoughts is about that. The one thing I don't get a lot of is feedback. Except for a few videos, I may have, some good amount of feedback, but then all the other ones are just dead. um, so during my weight loss journey, I just want to share, and I think those videos are pretty popular. I have a transformation or a body update kind of thing, which I'm going to continue doing in this video. Maybe I'll get some of my viewers back. And just so you know, I'm not doing all this for monetization. I'm doing this because I don't want to waste my time being the only one seeing my videos. So, I mean, I'm sharing them in a public format. And, I mean, if I'm going to do that, I hope to have enough people watching and keeping interest so that I will keep interest in doing more videos. But it also helps in have some suggestions from y'all to, be able to know exactly what you want to see or hear, as long as it's not X-rated or R-rated. Um, but that being said, yeah, I mean, other than that, I really don't have nothing else to say. I got nothing. um, yeah, just I'll keep doing this weight loss journey and transformation, and I'll do my best to share it the best way I can. I'm not set up for all that stuff anymore, because the room I used to have to be able to set up the cameras and everything, um, my son has that room now. So, you know, I got to make do with what I got. Anyways, until next time, I will catch you later.